bowling family. Thanks, Prickle. Much appreciated. Just a little rundown on the Thorn family bowlers here at Echuca. As I said, it's the Joyce Thorn Memorial Pairs for the ladies. 2-day event. We've got 3 games of 12 ends today, and then we've got 2 games of 12 ends tomorrow. Section players or the section winners will then play off over 3 ends. Tremendous prize money for the winners and runners up, and then all section winners are looked after as well. So it's a great effort by the Thorn family for this to actually take place. So as I said, there's 3 games today. They're going to have first game, then they'll have lunch, and then they'll have the 2 games later on. We've got, as I said, we've got a team from Leopold, and then we've got a mixed team. Jenny Lawson will skip from the Barham Bowls Club, and she's with Lee Beattie, who's from Echuca. The 2 ladies from Leopold. Don't know a lot about them just yet. I know that one of them is only a fairly new bowler, so we should be able to get that well and truly underway soon. So they'll just complete their last couple of bowls, and then we'll be away. So as I said, it's a tremendous day here in Echuca. All 4 greens virtually full. So as I pointed out before, the 4 players that we have here, we've got Jenny Lawson and Lee Beattie. Lee Beattie being from Echuca. Jenny Lawson is from the Barham Bowls Club. And then they're up against Gail Knight and Sharon Lane from Leopold. So Gail is skipping, and Sharon is the lead. As I said before, beautiful greens, beautiful day. The greens last night when we got here, they were having a practice and they were running around the 15 and a half. And then I'd say by the time they've been rolled this morning, they're going to be well and truly 15 and a half. And with this type of weather, no wind, absolutely perfect conditions. So last 2 bowls in the roll-up. Got that. Okay, so we're just about to get underway. First game of 12 ends. As I said, the greens are running absolutely beautiful. So Jenny Lawson will lead off. Jenny being one of the leading players throughout the Murray-Mallee, regular member of the Murray-Mallee regional team. Plays Divi 1 for the Northern Valley team of Barham. Very distinctive player, in all forms of the game, whether it's game of singles, whether it's playing as in obviously as we see in pairs, or even at Pennant where she was a very successful leader for the Club Barham side. Said we don't know much about the Leopold girls, but Sharon Lane leading off. She'd feel pretty good with that first bowl. Good starter. Jenny backhand. Yeah, good home too. One on, one behind. Off to a good start. Sharon again, forehand side. Yeah, good bowl too. Very good bowl. Lee Beattie from Echuca. Also going to play forehand first bowl. Echuca Bowls Club, which is at the south end of the town. Beautiful complex, 4 brilliant grass greens. We got here yesterday afternoon. The conditions of the greens were really notable how good they were, and you can tell by the way the bowl's rolling. Full credit to the greenkeepers here. They've done an amazing job to present the greens the way they have. As we see Lee just again. Great bowl too. Just going to run through a touch. This is Gail Knight. Leopold. Backhand side. As we said before, it's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. So the leads will play their 2 bowls. Then the skippers will play 2. The leads will go back and play their last 2. And then the skippers will finish the actual game off. So a little bit different with this one. Takes a little bit longer. But it's a very, very enjoyable game of bowls. Plenty of bowls put down over the day. As we said, it's 3 games of 12 ends today, and then we've got 2 games of 12 tomorrow, and then they'll go into the playoffs for sectional winners. Jenny Lawson again. Never far away. Ball's in, it's close. So we've got Sharon Lane. And probably just got a little bit of run on this one. Depends if she can hit that one in, which she does. Played it pretty well. Good home again. Very close. Just slides through the hole. hardly a breath of wind, a little bit of cloud, just hopefully it'll just give a little bit of shade. We complained about the weather for the last week or so, and then we've got a day like this. Very hard to... Just looking to play that bowl through if she can, and does. Probably turn that to 3 or 4, I reckon. Very good bowl, Lee Beattie. She's given this every chance. She just needs a little... She's played it really well. She's rolled that out for shot. Backhand side. Just looking if she can trail that kitty. Just too heavy for what she was after, I think. Very good bowl of Gales. Possibly 3 to 4 down before that bowl. Looking to draw it again. Just rests her own bowl. Might have been a bit lucky to hold that. I've got a feeling that she could have just rolled hers over too far. See, the girls will do a quick measure. Okay, so first end, and we need an umpire just to check it out. Does look very close. Like I said, the white bowl was shot, and Gail just rolled it over, and I think it might have just rolled just a tad too far. So our umpire for the event is Ivan Hicks. Ivan originally from up at Manangatang, which is up in our area. Very good bowler, Ivan Hicks. So he's the nominated umpire for the tournament. Just shift bowls out of the road. So it's the red and the white bowl that they're looking at. So while we're doing that, we've just got, we can just run through our sponsors, which obviously is the Thorn family. So we've got them involved. We've got the Riverboat Motel in town. Been good enough to put us up for the 2 nights. We've got Two Tarts Catering, that is. When the girls told me that was one of the sponsors, I couldn't help but laugh. Then we've got the Bowls Tragics. The Bowls Tragic being 4 local ladies that came down to the club one day to have a look. I'll tell you in a minute. It's one, but I didn't. So it's one to Leopold. Yep. So the other sponsors that we've got is Who's Got the Shot, local guy here in town who is inventing a bowls app for measurement. And then we've also got A&M Sportswear. So we'll go through some of those as we go through the 2 days, but they're all our sponsors, but the main sponsor being the Thorn family and great ambassadors of the Echuca Bowls Club. We will get to have another conversation with Prickle a little bit later if we can get these mics actually. We know one's working, so once again, Leopold lead off. Good starter again. They mentioned before they started that these girls were newer type bowlers. They've certainly started okay. Jenny Lawson from Barham, forehand side as well. Great start again. And being from the Murray Mallee region, I've seen a lot of Jenny over a long period of time, and she's never far away. One of the very best leaders, not only in the ladies but also in the men's competition. So if she's having a good day, takes a pretty good bowler to beat her. Both girls started pretty well. So very strong field of bowlers here. I do know that there's quite a few ladies have just recently participated in the Moama event, where they're up against some of the state and Australia's best bowlers. So there's plenty of talent, plenty of people who play at a high level. So I do know that Gail has actually won. She's won a B grade club championship at Leopold. So she's no slouch. Uses a Dreamline bowl. Just looking, played pretty good weighted bowl for what she wants. And just got to run a little bit further. It's probably a good position. It is. Any contact of the kitty can go that way. But Gail's turned it over and she's going to play forehand this time. She's got to catch her the other way. Looks like she's a bit wide for what she's trying to do. Probably a little bit more overweight. Actually come back to the line really good. So I do know with Lee Beattie happens to be the grandmother of Jacob Brighton, one of our state under-18 players. I asked her before, is she the best bowler in the family? And she said she is today. So we all know that Jacob actually plays for the Victorian team, under-18s. Very good young bowler. We witnessed some of his bowls at Moolameen last fortnight ago, playing in the open field, and he well and truly acquitted himself, as you would expect from a leading junior player. So we know that he's got a bright future, and as Lee said, she's the reason that he's that good, with a laugh. So once again, Jenny just trying to cover the movement, although I think the way the girls have been playing, they've got a bowl to catch on the forehand side if they can get it right, or they really should only draw. Only 2 down. Played it pretty well too. Oh, it's a good bowl, good effort. Didn't miss by much. Once again, forehand side. And another good bowl if she just rests that. Sits between them. Perfect position, really. Just going to run through a little bit, but once again,